It's been a long 2 weeks without Weekend at Effy's, but we are back. I go to Florida twice. I wrestle in a Wild Wing Cafe. Me and Petár go to a star-studded wedding event where we try not to name drop and still name drop. And we discuss going back to the beautiful city of Minneapolis. In dark times, we find the bright light. This is Weekend at Effy's. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell your friends. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Even if you don't use the Twitter, follow us on all the platforms. And if you are ready to make the jump, go to weekendateffys.com. Find out about the Patreon. Find out about all the additional stuff you get. Early episodes, mini-sodes about Mel Gibson's dad and films, pets, magic, astrology. It's all there. You get everything. You really don't even need any other subscriptions if you just get the Patreon. Plus, at the end of the show, we're making a huge announcement that if you're on the top tier of the Patreon, by December 1st, you're going to get the Weekend at Effy's Christmas card, a big, beautiful, fun portrait card from our whole family. I hope you enjoy what we have coming. This is Weekend at Effy's. This is the real problem, okay? You know I have a really deep affinity for ice cream sandwiches. Mm-hmm. And so the problem we had the last time is I accidentally ordered the miniature ice cream sandwiches. Mm-hmm. And so my least favorite part of ice cream sandwiches is unwrapping.
Yeah.
So my stupid head is shopping on Kroger for our groceries. And in the flash sales that they give you at the end, they're like, oh, you can get strawberry cheesecake flavored ice cream sandwiches. All right. Another thing I love, strawberry cheesecake. And they're going to be on sale. And I didn't think to myself, something's wrong with these. And so now, like, they taste fine, but something, like, they definitely melted once or something. And so now I'm even more restricted because it's even harder to get the paper off because it's even, like, gummier. But I want to eat it, but I'm like, this is the most effective diet I've ever had. Mm. This is a magically effective diet where I want to eat these ice cream sandwiches, which I just did it. But earlier I was like, oh, I want to eat an ice cream sandwich because I think it's a good morning food. And I instead looked at it, thought about unwrapping it, and then ate an apple instead and was disgusted with myself. Because I was tricked into eating real fruit.
Yeah.
Wanted a strawberry cheesecake ice cream sandwich.
Do you ever think about breakfast?
What do you mean?
Break fast?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you're breaking your fast with?
Well, I wanted it to be ice cream sandwich. You think that's bad? Mm-hmm. You think that's a bad start? Mm-hmm. So you think the apple was actually a better choice? Mm-hmm. So you're saying it's working? Mm-hmm. I would like to benefit from a healthy breakfast more often, but I don't know. Like, I've been living within time zones like so often that I just I can't put morning to a specific type of food anymore.
Yeah.
Or evening to a specific type of food.
What time does it feel it is right now to you?
It's been 3:00 for 3 years.
Like in the afternoon?
Yeah. It's been 3:00 in the afternoon for at least 3 years. And you know what I mean? Where like it's light out, but it's a little overwhelming. And then you kind of need a nap, but you can't really take one because you got stuff to do because you're kind of in between times. It's a weird time frame. So I've just been living in 3 p.m. How do I alter that to not be in 3 p.m. all the time? What time do you
3
think?
3 p.m. It's a siesta, right?
Yeah, but I can't live.
You're in permanent siesta.
I'm in permanent
perma-siesta.
What are they? It's like Locktober for siestas. Mm-hmm. Like I want to have siestas, but I'm locked from the siesta. There's no good siestas. Sometimes there's good siestas.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's the weekend and I'm like, I can't believe I have to be awake right now. And it's a weird time that also feels like 3 p.m. I think back to how many good sleeps I had during the week. You haven't had a good sleep in a while, have you? Ever since we went on this grand adventure that we went on, which I'll have you know, the reason we did not have an episode last week is, number one, we were waiting for the return of Dark Woke. Dark Woke is back, okay? It's November 5th when we're recording this. Dark Woke, fully back. We're here for it. Dick Cheney dead, Mom Donnie in charge, Prop 50 passes. It's over for Trump. We're going to break down he's not even going to finish building the ballroom. I hope everybody realizes that. Like, let's just be clear. The ballroom never happens. The ballroom is his heaven. He's going to the ballroom. I saw that picture of him from Mar-a-Lago I showed you, and all I could think was, we're so close. I've been around enough old people to know when that level of SAG hits, we're almost out of there. We're almost good. Dark Woke is back.
If you would like to hear more on this, listen to our astrology forecast.
Yeah, astrology forecast is going to go ham. Minisode went ham. You were like, what are we going to talk about on the Patreon minisode? And I was like, oh, we got this.
Yeah,
there's like
fucking 45 minutes like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing because we love chatting. We love sharing ideas. And listen, Peter, I hope you know this. You know, this is a time where we have to be there for each other. I'm never arguing for the sake of, I just like, it's like, you know, in the film Yentl that you won't watch with me, you know, Barbara Streisand's character, known as Yentl, just wants to argue the Talmud with people and just wants to study the text. And sometimes the point of the text is to argue the text. And I love arguing the text with you because you're generally right. I'm willing to be wrong, but it's fun to
I'm
just
always
like,
right.
The thing is, you go from being very, very, very chill to like, I can get you prickly about things, and I love it because it's much more fun to get you a little prickly. So thank you for getting a little prickly on the Mad Max saga with me and many other topics in the mini-sode, which you can get at weekend@effys.com. We have to record a thing. I don't think we should do it in the moment, but we have to tell, like, I think the problem is people don't know all the things you get with the Patreon, and it's like, it's a little overwhelming how much content that you have access to. In an ever-changing landscape, you can guarantee we'll fill your time. We're willing to do it, and we're happy to do it. And it's, I don't know. I've listened to a lot of podcasts, Peter, and some of them aren't very good. You know, they had a Subway takes where the guy was like, most podcasts should be listened to at 1.5 speed. And I pride myself on giving enough information and entertainment that you don't feel like you should 1.5 speed us, and that it's almost uncomfortable if it is 1.5 speed. It was Ira Glass who said it, which is funny because in radio they want you to speak like slowly and softly, and he's like, I don't have time anymore. I'm Ira Glass. This is This American Life. Speed it up. Put it on 3 times speed. It's like court shorthand for your ears.
Is he related to Philip Glass?
He is. They're cousins. Yeah. They didn't spend a ton of time together, but I did hear an interview where he did, you know, he was around him a bit in childhood and could kind of see the world of Philip Glass. If you're not familiar, he's a kind of an avant-garde composer.
The best
avant-garde composer. Okay.
One of the best. He does a lot of like film and TV work, which some of the other avant-garde guys don't do as much.
Right.
But the Leftovers score that he did is just otherworldly.
All right. Well, I still got to watch that, but we got to get into times that are not so covered in
that show is just
mucus.
Going to become more and more relevant as time goes on.
Because it's
especially
like,
when the aliens get here.
Here's the thing, though. I was seeing some AI of, they were trying to tell me that there were field goblins helping out with the European farmlands, and it looked pretty real to me. So I'm saying, I think even if the aliens come, I'm claiming AI.
Before all of the AI stuff, I never saw a single photo of an actual alien that was real. So I don't think I'm going to see one now.
What do you mean? There's plenty of real photos of aliens.
Really, though?
I think there's a lot of nonsense, but I think that at least one of the images is real, but it's hard to figure out what's not real.
I get very skeptical about this stuff. I want to believe, but I don't know. It's tough because, like, even with those, you know about that guy in the desert that's trying to meditate to get the aliens out here?
I'm going to be honest. That's very narcissistic to think you can do that.
So he takes a bunch of people out in the desert, and they go. Dr. Stephen Greer, I believe is his name. I think I just pulled that out. And there's footage of that was Bobby. I thought a human was knocking on the door.
Yeah, no, that was Bobby.
That was violent. There's footage of these like energy showing. And I just can't believe it. I can't do it.
Well,
because I don't think it would show up on video. It's not that I don't think that there's energy showing up
Yeah.
places, and it's I'm in the bag for ghosts.
But I
and
think,
all
like-
these other things. It's just that when the camcorder comes out, I think that it goes away.
I just think of us as ants, pretty much. And so I'm like think about me going up to the anthill and dumping grits on it. You ever dumped grits on an anthill? You gotta get rid of fire ants.
No, you've asked me this before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a common thread in my life. You could have an ant there who's like, every day I go out to summon our end and I yell to the sky to make the end come. And then I finally come and the ant is like, see, I told you guys. But I think it's so narcissistic to think you can go meditate out interdimensional planetary species to come to you. Like they're looking for some.
Okay, are you saying with the grits and the ants thing that our experience is our experience and stop trying to...
I don't think you have any influence on what's coming. And if it does come, you're going to say it was because of you. But in fact, you were just yelling at the sky.
Yeah.
You old, like I think back to 2001: A Space Odyssey when they see the stick or they see the column.
Yeah.
And it's very much like y'all are still just like we're primates compared to whatever's going on there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's been here. And if y'all never seen an octopus, get out of my face. I'm not. Octopus is alien, and they got here and they said we need to leave them alone. They'll kill themselves, and then we'll take over after. Just like let the ice caps melt. We just got to chill for another 200 years.
Yeah.
And then they're doing a lot of fake news. Octopuses, 8 arms. Think of how many AI and bots you can control with that. Underwater phones, definitely a thing. So, if anything, our aquatic primate cousin ancestors are serving the great octopus army in this moment. All right. Well, that's a great start to the show. We do have questions from our Patreon listeners for 2 weeks worth, I think. And who knows what that's going to lead to. But then we'll get into this grand journey that you actually joined me on. This is Weekend at Petár's, I think, because we're gonna get some thoughts. You went right into the dragon, the belly of the dragon, and I think that's very important.
Okay, this first question is for Machete Von Kill.
Hell yeah.
How are you celebrating Halloween? What was your favorite childhood candy, and what is your current fave?
Okay, this seems pointed, but it's because it's me answering it. Now, you were at work, and I was going the next day to Minneapolis, and our street shuts down for quite the celebration for Halloween. Like the roads are shut down. There's so many families,
and we're in the middle of it.
We are in the middle. We are the corner of the main event, and our poor neighbor was trying to be so polite, but I was in here just not clothed and dealing with dogs, and she was wearing a cute costume, and the kids were all out there, and she came, and I knew what was going on, and I was like, just like keep it low key, kid. It'll be dark soon. And she came over and invited me, and I felt like such a piece of shit going absolutely not. Like I was very polite about it, but it was very like, that there's no chance in hell I walk out of this home. I'm really excited to meet my new nephew. I have not met him yet, but it will never be my choice to be around children.
Right. Yeah.
And I think if they're your nephew or niece or whatever, cousin, it's a little different because they're in the family. But I actually, if you see me in public, kids love me. Kids love talking to me. I can handle talking to kids. I talk to kids like they're regular people. We have a good time. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be near your kids. I don't want to teach your kids. I don't want your kids to have to learn. I don't want your kid running at my dog and getting flipped over in the freaking street. I don't want to. Have you ever accidentally kneed a kid in the head? Where you're just walking normally and you just
I have definitely
clomp?
knocked a child over on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't ever even want to enter that situation. They're like gay people are trying to change our kids. I never wanted to meet your kids or be around them. You know what was great about that wedding last week, and we'll get into this? No kids.
No kids.
Not a single child was there.
That is part of what I like working in adult establishments.
Yeah, you don't have to see kids.
No kids.
Yeah. Vape shops, tattoo parlors, adult stores.
If there's kids, there's a problem.
Yeah. Because y'all are not doing a very good job of raising them. And that's part of the problem of why I don't want to be around kids, I think you should send your kids off to boarding school for the first 18 years. And then when they're adults, they can come back into society. This sounds very harsh. And, praise the Lord that my brother had kids so that my mom has grandkids. But it's not, People kept telling me I would want kids when I got older, and it's not that I'm gay. There are plenty of gay people who want to be parents and who go down the path of parenthood, and however that may be. There's never been anything in my body that has wanted, like, I've never wanted to raise a child. I love having dogs around, but also the baby period of a dog is pretty quick. Like, the dog's going to get with it pretty quick to where it's like companion versus like, and for the next another 14 years, I'm going to be teaching you stuff and you're going to be able to drive a car. That's crazy. That you could.
A dog gets less complicated as things go on.
Yes.
A human gets more complicated exponentially.
Not to get off topic, but that task show, you said you weren't really into the task. I get it. It's a slow burn. Those final scenes made me even more so never want kids. It's Mark Ruffalo dealing with.
Talk about not liking it. That's what the kid is why I turned it off.
Well, the kid is
everything else was I just don't like. I quit Breaking Bad for 5 years because of the ATM episode.
Really?
Because it involved a child.
Oh. All right. Listen.
It doesn't. Yeah.
But also that whole show is just about like orphanhood in different forms and how people react to it. And I mean, one of the main plots that's solved after everything else is solved is Mark Ruffalo's child who has killed his wife. They adopted 2 kids and the son like freaks out and kills the wife. So that's kind of getting resolved too. And it just like, I'm sorry to my parents for what I put you through. I think my mom is a listener. I think she's out there. And so for Halloween, I ignored kids. That's the answer to the question. What'd you do for Halloween? You had a pretty fun Halloween, I feel like.
It was.
You were in the right place for the Halloween mischief spirit.
I was. I had a great costume too.
Yeah, great costume. Dick dealer.
So ma'am, I need her to not.
Come here.
Okay, Lucy is settling. Lucy, baby. All right, we're getting her chair. Everything's going to be okay. There you go, baby. Go ahead and get in your chair with your toy. There you go. All right, we're getting the baby settled.
See, that's the kind of parent.
I have this fantastic coat.
Is it baby beaver or faux?
It's probably faux, knowing that it was made specifically for, to go to Burning Man.
Yeah, it looks a little like dyed baby beaver, though. My friend's mom had a full-length, floor-length, pink dyed baby beaver
maybe
coat.
It is. I don't know.
We'll have to take a look.
Yeah. There's no label.
It's vintage, though. You didn't have this coat processed and made.
No. No.
You're once removed. This isn't your crime.
Mm-hmm. So... it's a fantastic coat. I will admit that it is a fantastic coat.
Yeah.
So I had the coat. I had this fun like vintage Hawaiian shirt, like baby blue. These like fake leather brown pants, gold chain, boots, and then I had in the coat a line of dildos in the jacket. So when people would come in,
instead of like watches or whatever else that a dealer would have.
What is great costume, what is it? I would flip the jacket open and go, I'm a dick dealer. And so I had this built-in punchline ready to go, and every single person that I tried it out on I knew I had something with this.
Yeah.
The problem is that everyone came in and they saw the coat and they go, oh my God, fantastic. That is such a great coat. I love your jacket.
They didn't think it was a costume.
They didn't think it was a costume. So
who's this hottie?
Instead of getting to do my punchline, I just have to go, thank you.
No, I think you still could have hit him with it.
Well, I did. You
got to hit him
I had to hit the opportunity right,
You did. I saw you leaving the house for work, and you looked like you knew what kind of containers to put powder in.
Yeah.
It was very... Yeah. Was that leather pants?
I'll post the photo.
Yeah, very good.
Patreon.
Add that to the Patreon, weekend@effys.com. Incredible stuff. I love Halloween, but I don't necessarily need to participate in the actual tradition. It's like, it's foreplay versus fucking. Like, I love the foreplay of Halloween. I don't need to fuck. What is she doing? She's just slobbering at her hand. Lucy, this is insane behavior. That was a weird way to discuss Halloween. I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry to the listener at home that I think trick-or-treating is the least important part of Halloween. I think being demonic. What is it? What do I do with her? You're frothing at the mouth, licking your hand. You know, the problem with a dog being hyper intelligent and emotional is she knows what she's doing. Here comes the moose. I see a moose. Yeah, you're just going to have to handle her, I guess.
All right, we'll be fine.
Back to the Patreon. What other questions do we have from our...
what, you didn't say candy.
Oh, my favorite candy?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I used to be very... I was a scammer, Halloween scammer, okay? We would get so much candy. We would fill pillowcases. But I was very much an order kind of guy of how I had to eat the candy. Like, I would eat all the Reese's and Snickers first. Mm-hmm. And then I would eat the Kit Kats.
Yeah.
And then I would eat the Baby Ruths, the Crunches, the Almond Joys. But I would always save the Butterfingers for last. And this is going to sound like more mature than a 12-year-old should be thinking, but this is what I thought. Whenever I saw a Butterfinger, I was never like, oh, I got to have a Butterfinger. And I knew that. I was aware of that. So I'd eat all the other candies first and then save the Butterfinger for the end and then be reminded after all of that other candy of what a satiating experience it is to eat a Butterfinger.
Yeah. I have a weird, like, fetish spot for Butterfingers.
Yeah.
Because Simpsons completely banned in my house. And I just like that cartoon looked fun, but I didn't know what it was. And I wasn't like, everything just has that extra layer of desire attached to it.
Or like that you're not in on the cultural experience, that everybody else knows this thing,
and
but you can only...
There were so many other things that were like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
But I would go over to my friend's house and we would watch the movie.
Yes.
The live action movie.
Okay.
And I loved that. So it was like, oh, okay, well, this is the problem with, like, if you don't educate your kids about drugs.
You think that's why you like pizza?
Is they smoke
They'll
weed
find the drugs.
and then they think that heroin's okay because they go, well, they told me weed
They
was
were
bad.
wrong about this one. They're
so,
probably wrong about all of them.
And then so it's that, but it's The Simpsons and Power Rangers. And
Do you remember when
Ninja
Butterfinger
Turtles.
BBs came out?
That is what I am getting to.
Oh.
Because they had Bart Simpson
right
on the Butterfinger BBs, and that was the first time I had a Butterfinger. And so I felt like I was taking some of that, the mystique that was The Simpsons and ingesting it.
I think Butterfinger
That's
BBs
why I love Butterfingers.
Couldn't come out today because Bart is known for using his slingshot, and these are slingshot-esque bullet-looking things. And I'm not saying you would flick the Butterfinger BBs, but I'm saying it makes it obvious of what you could use something of that shape for, but they are a delicious candy. I'll go one step further and say I think the Chico Stick is the supreme candy.
What's that?
So the inside of the Butterfinger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that in a stick form, but it's covered in toasted coconut. Have you never had a Chico Stick? Yeah, you're not a coconut girl.
I'm not a coconut girl.
No, but I'm addicted to it, and every time I go up to that gas station, I end up buying a Chico Stick. It's so
I've
good.
never even heard of this.
It's so... You've never heard of a Chico Stick?
What's it?
It's like a Zagnut, but without the... You don't know about a Zagnut?
I know about a Zagnut. It's just when you say a Zagnut, it sounds like a Coen Brothers joke. It doesn't sound like a real thing.
Like a thingamajig or
so
what?
It's a Choco?
It's a Chico Stick.
Chico Stick.
Yeah, you
I
never...
have never seen this in my life.
What? This is one of my favorite candies of all time. I think my mother is to blame for this because I think she was a Chico Stick.
This is like...
So it's basically the inside of the Butterfinger, but just wrapped in toasted coconut and a stick.
Crazy.
Yeah, I love Chico Sticks. So shout out Chico Sticks. I think I'm showing my age a little bit, but also I think I was showing my age at any point liking a Chico Stick. I think this is like when Dad gives you a nickel in the Great Depression and you buy a whole box of Chico Sticks.
The packaging reminds me of those terrible, the really chalky
Necco wafers?
Yeah.
I love Necco wafers too, I got to be honest with you.
So weird.
When you get to the licorice ones, The black licorice
I've
Necco
never gotten
wafers?
that far.
Oh,
I've
no.
never gotten that far.
They've got chocolate and black licorice and mint and berry.
They don't taste any different to me. It's all chocolate.
Really?
Yeah,
I
those
think
are
they have a wide variety of flavors
tough.
in here. I do love licorice, though.
I like licorice.
Do you like black licorice, though?
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
black
okay.
licorice.
What about the salt licorice? Did I make you eat that?
Yeah, it was good. I'm pretty sure.
I had that Amazon wish list.
Maybe it wasn't.
I don't think it was good
I don't know.
for you. It's a very weird flavor. I had an Amazon wish list that I like kind of had as a joke, and I had a ton of the salted licorice on there. And so there was a while we just kept getting bags of salted licorice. Like I can specifically remember being like, "Where did this come from?" And that's
you
what.
use your powers for good, not salted licorice.
Okay, and I did use it for good because the other day I said, "How did this cedar and whatever else get here?" It was fly traps and cedar, and someone had bought it off my Amazon wish list.
Oh, okay.
Which is incredible. And that's what I was saying.
Thank
Peter, you
you.
should get on there and
Yeah.
add some things.
Yeah.
Because if
I'll
people
do that
want to help
today.
out, nobody's saying you should ever have to help out. But if you ever want to just like make my day, make sure you tell us you did buy something, because then otherwise I don't know who it's from.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. But I fixed the address. We're all good. It's all settled. Do we have any other questions?
What is going on with you, child?
This is the most pitiful position. If you're not watching the video on youtube.com/@weekend@Effy's, Lucy's just like kind of in your lap, standing on her feet. This is what a bizarre position, but she's not licking, so I can't complain.
Okay, this is from Rob. In your opinion, what is the most relaxing way to pass the time?
I mean, I go right to just like playing video games for a little while as sort of a masturbatory
I don't
escape.
always find that relaxing, though.
But I think it's relaxing in the sense that wherever your stresses are not in the real world. They're like,
Right.
oh, I have to get to this thing. And so it's almost like its own version of like shutting a side of your brain out.
I like video games for, I would agree with that. But like specific, like if I have particular kinds of energy going on, they are good outlets. Like I got the Doom because I need something violent and aggressive.
Yeah, it feels violent.
So I'm
and
not
aggressive.
violent and aggressive in like other places
Yeah.
in my life, you know?
I also think like, and I should be doing it more, but I specifically like going to the gym where I'm like, oh, it's 1:00. I could sit here and keep doing whatever here, or I could go to the gym. It's going to take up time, which sometimes that's what's frustrating about it is how much time it takes. I'm going to go to the gym. And then when I get done with that, I sort of like, same thing with taking a long walk or like doing that sort of thing where it sort of resets your brain into like, oh, okay, here's what I can deal with. Like it's forcing myself to have the boost after working myself out. Yesterday, I had a real breakthrough in the gym with my leg, with my knee, doing some rehab stuff. And it was great because I was sitting at home going like, I don't know if I should go to the gym. I went to Staples. I had to go get pictures. I had to go get all this stuff. And I was like, well, it's already this late. I should just go home. And I said, nope, I'm going to the gym. And then it was great. And I almost got back in time to drive you to work, but you missed me. I'm sorry.
I needed to walk it off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. I just don't like, abandoning you when I have a ship.
No. I just to spend time with Cranberry and needed to just be in that space a little bit.
Yeah, she's doing her best.
Yeah.
She's an old lady.
Okay. So yeah, my answer to that question is walks.
Walks?
Yeah.
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 All right, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think there's something to just walking, not running, not physically exercising, just walking. It's the boots on the ground of it. And like, yes, there's a lot of things that I need a car for. I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have found so much better mental space not having a car.
Yeah.
Because I'm not adding to my list. I'm not, I don't know. There's something about just being boots to ground. Like by the time I get to the gym, I've already walked a mile.
Yeah.
And then when I go home from the gym, I'm walking another mile. So when I get in there and work out and do cardio and then do the sauna and I'm like sweaty and done and I walk another mile home, it's really awesome that like at no point have I had to sit in the car and be like, it's comfortable here and I'm listening to a podcast. I don't want to go in. I didn't drive there. So like I'm not waiting to warm up. Like leaving my house as a choice to go to the gym without a car is setting me up for success by the time I get there versus like
Right.
now I have to turn it on that I made it here to the gym in my car. You know, there was a lot of times where I would just get to the gym and just sit in the car and go, oh, and I still go and I still work out, but I'm like, it's really not adding any extra time, and it's better exercise for me to just walk there because I would have just sat there and be like, I can't believe I got to go in there right now.
Instead, you just walk in.
Said I'm already there and I'm warmed
Yeah.
up, my heart's pumping. Plus that gym is it's not the gayest gym, but it's like a slightly gay gym. So there's a little less pressure, but there's still the pressure of like, okay, girls, let's get it together and let's look right for the season. I've seen both of the mean gays in the past 2 weeks. What movie did I go see at AMC the other day? Oh, it was when we saw One Battle After Another, when I saw it the second time, and we saw Bald Mean Gay. I feel that's horrible to call someone Bald Mean Gay, but if you had to pick them off a chart, Bald Mean Gay was at the movies, did a gesture nod, and then the other one is Jake Jones. He's always at the gym. He's always up there working out. And let me tell you something, that boy's ass routine, that boy's step-up routine, the Jake Jones booty routine, holy shit, it would kill a normal human being. It is insane. And it's like, yeah, he's in there doing like weights and stuff, but then the like, it's not acrobatics. What am I talking? Like the hit stuff that's leg based, like the one side to side, like cross your legs squats. I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm ready to be a full gay influencer because this is fucking incredible. You're hilarious and you can do that for 40 minutes. Incredible. We're not doxing anybody, but I went yesterday with a car. I went to the other gym, which is Black Dad's gym, and it's awesome because it's just like everybody's jacked. Everybody's just doing basic like squat, fucking deadlifts, bench press. Nobody's doing like small accessory work. It's just like big boys doing it, and then you get in the sauna and everybody's just like the sweatiest old man you've ever seen, and it inspires me more than being at the gay gym because it's like, yeah, there's aesthetic to it and everybody wants to be big and jacked, but also like you can just have a big barrel chest and it's just as cool and strong as like needing to be a slim hot otter twunk that everybody is trying to get. I had to stop going to the super gay gym because everybody started recognizing me, and people would do things like, there was one guy who was doing handstands, but like making direct eye contact while I was on the bench.
Oh my God.
So it was like handstands, but staring at me while I'm working out. And I was like, I'm gay, but this is a lot. This is a lot. Good sauna there though, but it's very distracting to be in that sauna because there's 2 or 3 guys that just, I'm pretty sure they only go there and just like helicopter their dicks in the sauna. And it's like, as a gay person, I don't need that at my gym. I don't need it at my gym. The rooms at La Quinta, they're $55. We've discussed this. Get out of here. Yeah, go to the gym. Pass some time. Get the vibes right. Any other questions, Peter?
Yeah, this next one is from Cherry Legend. Let us know what you think of this Dragula Titan season once you catch up. This season is wild. The ghouls are fighting.
Okay, yeah, I saw some like slight clips. I'm glad you brought this back up because I haven't gotten Shudder yet. I'm kind of waiting for the season to come out so we can just sort of binge it out. You had fun watching Dragula.
Yeah.
Really fun show, and this is all the girls they brought back specifically to just like have a little more budget and create drama, and it looks like it's happening. I can't wait to catch up, and I think I have to start dressing more like goth if I'm ever going to get a guest spot on Dragula. So somebody send me some ideas for what, like I'm thinking more like Jinkos, a lot more mesh up top. I've got to start painting my nails again. That's like, you want to know how I feel 35 and I'm 35? I have stopped painting my nails. I need to go back to feeling 29 and being 35, and I need to paint my nails. All right. But every time I do it, when I realize I should do it, I only have like 20 minutes and I know I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like it's something that I need like 2 hours of drying and a coat and this, but I think it would help me. Maybe we'll do it before this weekend when it gets weird. I think we got a big time coming. Thank you to our Patreon.
How do you cut the ocean in half?
How?
With a seesaw.
Oh, that's great. I was actually messaging my friend Sawyer, who used to perform under the name Seesaw Hugsaw, which is like seesaw, but also like if you seesaw, hugsaw. So it's great. I'm glad that came up. Who is that from?
Heather.
Oh, Heather, you're the best. Thank you.
Who was also robbed by 6 dwarves. Not happy.
Oh my God. Because there's 7 dwarves.
I got a big bag of Laffy Taffy for Halloween. Be
Yeah.
prepared. Banana is my favorite flavor. What's yours?
Banana.
Yeah?
100%. It's the best flavor.
Okay.
I love fake banana flavor. Like, I think it is one of the roundest flavors. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, if you were to have a green apple Jolly Rancher right now, that's a sharp flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But banana Laffy Taffy is the opposite of that in that it is a round flavor. A flavor that it feels like being in a kiddie wave pool. Just a soft, gentle roll around the tongue. You know? Keep those Laffy Taffy jokes coming. They're incredible. I do the same thing with Laffy Taffies that I do with Airheads, where even in the small thing, where you shake it,
Yeah.
and then it makes a little ball.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No, it's
you were
fine.
You were
It's
rolling
a
your eyes
choice.
at that.
I
It's a
roll
choice?
my eyes at everything you do.
It's a choice? Why do you roll your eyes? I'm right. I'm correct.
Sure.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Florida.
Floridada.
Floridada. That's right. I'm going to tell you first about Atlanta, though, because we're going to go back 2 weekends, and we're going to go through this because it's important, okay? And who's the best wrestler in the world right now? It's not me. You can't say me.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. That's right. One of the best of all time. Shout out Cody Rhodes. We're so proud of you. We're so proud of what you've done. And here's the question we all had. In Las Vegas, are you going to come to Big Gay Brunch? No one has to know you're there. Nobody has to know you were, backstage. We're not going to take pictures. We're not going to share it. But if you'd like to come support some of your students, some of your favorite students that are going to be on the Big Gay Brunch in Las Vegas, I think next year is the best time to do it. And I know you've got a lot on your plate, but I think it's going to be great. Right?
Yeah.
We'll see. We've got this new venue that I'm so excited about. Did we talk at all about the other things at the Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas that are performing there?
I don't
Like
think
battle
so.
bots?
Oh, you maybe mentioned this in passing.
Yeah, so the Horseshoe Casino used to be God, what did it used to be? It doesn't matter what it used to be. It's the Horseshoe now. So, most Vegas places have like a show or two that are taking place in the hotel. Like the Rio has like a big stage show, and then they have Penn and Teller. The Palms has shows. The Horseshoe was Bally's. It was Bally's. That's what it was. They have shows going on now, but one of the shows is straight up battle bots. And I actually spoke to someone who said that they would be. There's a lot of LGBTQ people on their team. Maybe we can work something out. I think we have Pero fight a robot, and that's how we determine if AI is going to win. But they also have this show right here, X Rocks, the topless burlesque. So you have robots killing each other and a topless burlesque show, and then you're going to have Effy's Big Gay Brunch. These things all seem to have a common thread, which is they rule. Are the lasers coming out of the breasts?
That's what it appears to be.
Oh my God. Vegas is back. I was told by Pamela Anderson and Jamie Lee Curtis that they were the last of the showgirls. But what I'm seeing right now is laser tits. That's a showgirl to me. I'm not even like I love how nourishing breasts are, and I think they're a fun shape. Like for me,
Put
it's not
some tits on these robots.
Oh. Yeah, you could titty up the robots.
Have some topless robot fights.
Either way, I've got to go see BattleBots while I'm there, right?
Yeah.
This new venue is going to be great for the shows, though, and we're going to have a lot more like weird stuff that we can do with everybody there for WrestleCon, which I think is going to be extraordinary. It's going to be out of this world. I'm ready for Vegas. But okay, so before I went to Florida, which I did twice last week, Peter, as I've mentioned, I wrestled here in Atlanta. Well, not Atlanta proper. I wrestled in Alpharetta. And I got to tell you something. This is why I couldn't last week it was like, oh, I'm tired in this, but also like there was some stuff I couldn't talk about because I was just going through a lot. And one of those things was I wrestled Superstar Jay Lucas, a WWA4 AR Fox graduate, for the GCW championship. My knee was not feeling great. I was here in Alpharetta and I was wrestling at a Wild Wing Cafe. And there was a moment in this match, which rules and will be out on streaming very soon, or it already is, where it was going exactly as it should go. and it was going very well. And I had been in charge of structuring the match. Jay Lucas was very excited, and I kind of put my structural on it and took some chances and took some risks. And I was hurting. My knee was hurting, but it hit so hard. Big kick out, big moment after a big sequence. And I looked up, Peter, and I don't want to be dismissive of anybody's experience, but I was thinking to myself, I'm wrestling in the middle of a Wild Wing Cafe wing restaurant right now. And if I end my career or am out for the next 10 months and need surgery because I overexerted myself in the Wild Wing Cafe, where, granted, thank you for letting us do the show there. DWA runs a lot of shows at a lot of weird places. It was an awesome show. I'm not discounting this. I'm not saying I won't wrestle at a Wild Wing Cafe ever again, but I am saying the PWI announced 42nd best wrestler in the world was defending his world championship against an up-and-coming superstar, and I got 20% off wings to go. And so for me, it was like I had to like kind of like corner myself with God, where I was like, I have been for a decade grinding my axe, sharpening my blade, becoming a skilled auteur of the wrestling world. And on this evening, as I'm going balls to the wall with this young guy, because I want to give him a sick match, because he deserves to be highlighted in a way. That's one thing I think I can do well. I can highlight you in a way that maybe you're not highlighting yourself. And I think that's important for people to see what I see out of you. And I'm not going to half-ass it even if my leg hurts, which we've discussed this. I know we can yell at me some more in a minute, but I'm in that Wild Wing Cafe going, damn, son, if you don't feel a little bit silly here in the Wild Wing Cafe wrestling. But you know what? Shout out Wild Wing Cafe. The waitresses were having to go around the ring while stuff was happening, which is insane to me. But we had a very, very good match. And after that, you were asleep, but I actually came back here with a celebrity stunt marshal. Are you familiar?
No.
Now, I showed you the power slap video of the guy with the mullet and the handlebar slapping the shit out of everyone.
Yeah.
We have to talk about stunt for a second, because I've known stunt since 2015. So 10 years now.
Okay.
We've gone hiking on Kennesaw Mountain together. We've hung out a lot. We've streamed together. Very fun person. Lives by the beat of his own drum. Will just come out to the ring yelling, hate, 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 hate. I hate you. I'm going to beat you. It's incredible. But he got into the power slap world, and he has had, I believe, 2 knockouts in a row. And these knockouts have occurred where he has drawn the flipped coin to go first, and he has knocked the guy out on the first slap. And he came over after the show. He was on the show in a 10-man tag just doing some stuff. Here's the thing. It's a hustler's paradise. We're talking about another power slap guy this week, because these guys are out here hustling. I have no interest, but yes, he's still wrestling. He's still doing stuff just like Casanova Valentine, just like Zicky Dice, just like Stunt Marshall right now. And we were talking about it here, and he goes, I said, I see a lot of people saying, oh, well, Stunt Marshall's knocked 2 guys out, and legitimately slapped them in the face. They're out cold. They knock their head on the table. The fight does not continue, right? If in another match you would get slapped back right after, and you would continue to slaps until, I think, 3 rounds
Sounds
of
like
slaps.
he has it figured out. My God.
He goes, these dummies think that once I get hit in the face, something's going to change. He goes, I'm surprised I'm good at hitting people in the face, because all I've been doing my whole career is getting kicked in the head, punched in the face, slapped in the face. If y'all think that this is going to be a problem now, that someone gets the first hit on me, this is where I thought my strength was going to be. But it turns out I got something in me, and it's that hate, hate, hate. And he is just decking these boys. I can't wait for somebody to slap him. I know he's just going to smile. Somebody said, do not ever argue with a man with 4 haircuts. And shout out Stunt. Stunt's always been Stunt, and he's not putting on a show for it. But if the power slap thing is going to grow or continue in any meaningful way, the slaps are not what's interesting. What's interesting is the people doing the slaps, and that's what wrestling's always been anyway. The wrestling is whatever the wrestling is, but the people involved, when they are these characters and when they are these faceted, complex, weird individuals that you can't figure out, that's where you want to keep watching what they do. And now you've built a must-see situation with Stunt where I want to see him get slapped, and I know the secret, which is he's going to be fine. But he was over here after the show. It was very wonderful. The next day, though, we had bedlam and chaos, I feel like, right? Wasn't that the chaos morning?
What was the chaos morning?
Where we thought our house was infected.
Oh, God.
Because I woke up because I stayed up a little too late.
So much has happened.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So much has happened.
I mean, it's almost gone.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, that's fantastic. And nothing else has come up. So I wake up. I have to go to Florida. I'm already behind schedule. I'm trying to get the dogs handled. You're at work, and you're like, "Hey, I think our house is infected with fleas." And I'm like, "What? What's happening?" Turns out, probably not. Now the chickens did have one of the chickens had mites. They're completely gone. We've cleaned out the thing. We've put down the diatomaceous earth. We've sprayed them. We've bathed them. We've done it all. Nothing has come back.
You were fine. I got bit by something.
Right. That's what I'm saying is I came inside and it must have been something that rubbed off on you, which I was thinking, okay, it's infected the whole house. But the dogs were clear from what I could see. And I know it's hard to see things, but I had seen them myself. Like I had noticed this thing to begin with. So I knew what I was looking for. And I was like, oh my God. And I felt like such an absolute loser leaving you to deal with whatever this was going to be, to go to Florida to wrestle at the punk festival. Like I'm not trying to be dismissive of anything, but it felt like, and I'm looking and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm okay. I had cleaned myself, done everything, but I was like, if I got this boy infected, I'm going to feel like such a piece of shit. And I just dipped out of town. I was just like doing this drive to Florida going like, what is my life right now? Like my knee hurts. I can't walk. I'm struggling. I got to go wrestle at Fest. I'm getting there early. The rental car's too expensive. Like all of these things. And it just like, I warn people about snowballing and I was snowballing. You know what I mean? And sometimes you're just like, I'm in it. But I made it to Florida. Thank God I had a place to go where I could rest and stretch with the Pittsburgh squad, MV Young and Brandon St. James and Nick's Wild, and CPA was there too, who's one of my favorites. And I got to tell y'all, I napped a long time. I took a shower, I chilled, and then I missed most of everybody's sets at Fest. But my friend from Tallahassee was there, Ryan, who I was supposed to go see his band in town, and I just didn't do it when he was in Atlanta. And he was like, yo, come hang out. And we used to hang out before I was ever off alcohol when I moved to Tallahassee. We used to hang out after I was off alcohol in Tallahassee. We used to hang out when I was training to be a wrestler, not when I was a wrestler. And so now for it to be like 10 years later, he's doing music stuff, he's traveling the world and getting updates on all the cool people that I knew from Tallahassee of what they're getting into was really magical. And we went to go to a secret set. And I actually just left before the secret set started because I was tired and I wanted to go home. And I went back and rested for Fest. We had a wonderful little Airbnb. Now, Wawa has completely taken over Gainesville.
Oh.
This was a thing where like Tampa has a lot of them, Orlando has a lot of them, but I didn't see them all over the rest of Florida. There were 6 freaking Wawas in Gainesville,
Damn.
which is just like not a huge place.
Yeah.
And one within walking distance of the B&B. Now, a lot of people don't know about my favorite Wawa dish. Now, when you go to Wawa, a lot of people are getting panini, sandwiches, wraps, mac and cheese. To quote Jimmy Lloyd, I've never seen more ways to mess up mac and cheese. What do you think about all the cool toppings they're doing? I've never seen more ways to ruin mac and cheese. Just incredibly truthful stuff, which we'll get to more Jimmy Lloyd here in a minute. That day, though, we are not wrestling until 9 p.m. So, you know, we made our way around. I didn't rush myself to go do it. Shout out Heather, who was there with her partner, and we had a Fans Bring the Weapons match, which I got to tell you, my leg wasn't feeling great. And C.J. Doyle, bless his heart, we had a great time. We had a lot going on, but wanted to have a full main event. And I said, all right, well, then we're doing it big and we're doing it crazy and we're going all the way because I can't fucking not do it all the way. I left all my merch at Fest. I left all the merch I had at Fest, which is why we haven't had a whatnot this week. Well, we did have a whatnot of like what I had left here, but that was literally all I had left here. All my merch has now been brought back to Pittsburgh, which I will collect around Thanksgiving. But as you can see, like I was like, oh, I have to get on the road. I have to get out of here. I left all my merch because I was just rushing out of the building. Now, it was great. It was an awesome time. I did not, do much festing, but compared to last year where I flew and then drove to Fest, stayed for 4 hours and left and went home, I had a little more time in Fest. But I've got to be honest, it was not very fun to know that in 3 days' time, I was going to have to go back to Florida. I love all the reasons I went to Florida. Don't ever, that's not incorrect, but I was like, oh my God. Now, before I left, though, Ryan texted me and said, yo, don't leave just yet. Courtney's here, and I got to see my friend Courtney as well from Tallahassee. So we chilled a little on the way out. I held up the 15 minutes to check in. Love you. Love y'all. I'm so glad I got to see them and that everybody is doing well. They're doing well without me, Peter. They're doing just fine. I used to do wrestling shows like in South Georgia, and then I'd get back and be like, what's going on? And they'd be having house shows and stuff. It's just a very festive time in my life. When I was feeling old, but I was 24,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody at Fest. That was an excellent time. Congrats to Envy Young, the new Fest champion. The only other 2 times Fest champion, I think, besides me. Savannah Evans maybe won it twice, but maybe it's just once. I think me and Envy Young are the only 2-time Fest champions, which makes sense. We've had enough battles to share that title. So we got back here. Did anything happen Monday and Tuesday? Or were we just suffering?
I think just suffering.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We were preparing for Halloween, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to get to the part about this wedding. Oh, I did forget to mention this because I said I could bring everything back together. Eric Cannon was at Fest. And so I got to hang out with Eric Cannon at Fest. And then the next week after this wedding, I went to First, which is run by Eric Cannon in Minneapolis. And if he works out what I think he's working out, First has done crazy stuff. Like, I'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about this wedding for a second. We picked up the car and
At 5 a.m.
yeah, Peter, I got to tell you, this is all very normal for me to now, granted, I got us the Uber because I said, I can't force you to do this the whole way I do it, which is what I did Saturday, which is ride the thing down, ride the other train, get the rental car, drive to Florida, drive back, then get in the train, then go back. It was too much. It's too much. So we got an Uber down there. We got the car. And we made our way down to Orlando, Florida, which is even further than when I went last time to Gainesville. How was the drive?
It was fine. It wasn't as bad as the way back.
The way back was bad. You were nervous.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that. Okay. I didn't really give you like any heads up on anything really about this wedding. I just kind of brought you into it. As someone who's been to, as you told me, 500 weddings, but only invited as yourself to 2, this being the second of
Weddings are so boring. My God.
It did feel like we were
It's just like I completely forgot that there's all this waiting around and nonsense. And it's like if you're working it, like you're there, you're making money. And if you're photographing it, you're not thinking about how boring it is because there's never enough time to do everything that you have to do.
The reason I'm
day.
waiting around is because you would have so much stuff to do.
Yeah, but I did being on, especially like, because the other wedding that I went to, I was just a full-on guest to where I was a guest at this one, but it was also glorified, wedding party, or at least wedding party access, because I was in with the groomsmen the entire time.
Yeah, you didn't just have to sit out.
That is even more waiting because that's all that groomsmen do on the wedding day is.
Yeah, it's the girls' day.
Yeah,
this is
100%.
The only thing we have to really do is ride the boat in and look cool.
I do want to say this though. Ignore all slander that was directed towards you and the guys on that day. Some of the best behaved and timely groomsmen that I have ever experienced.
Well, okay, this is
y'all were a shining example of what groomsmen can be on a wedding day and not an example of how things typically go bad.
But here's the thing, Peter. Think about my regular...
You got shit on the entire time by all the women because that's how this works.
I went off on someone on my Twitch stream about ironing shirts and said that if you ever spend additional time in this world removing wrinkles from fabric to impress others, you're a fool. Okay? They can clean that out. I did not say that to Chelsea, though. I was very nice about that. When I got there, I said to one of the staff members, where's the locker room? And here's the thing. We're crazy. Okay? Like this is, you got a little step in. We're crazy. But when it comes to like getting a show done and being on times and being ready for our position, hey, you're up next. Hey, you need to be here. Everyone in that room has the wrestling experience of like you just do the thing.
Well, everyone kept saying like, this is like we're on a show.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Matthew
was
Justice
very
was
funny.
like, dude, I could totally. It feels like I'm about to go have a match right now, dude.
Yep.
Incredible stuff. I guess it's fair to say me and Mesa.
Well, I mean, there is an entrance involved, you know.
Yeah, we had a full entrance. We're like unpracticed. I don't know. Like,
I think that was a very cruel thing to do to a bunch of gentlemen that were drinking, and one that was not drinking but has a leg that doesn't work to make you get off
down
a
the
boat.
front of a speedboat. Yeah,
and everyone having to, you know, because they're all professional wrestlers, you got to look cool doing it. And like Mance was talking about after the fact that like he was really, really regretting being the first person off the boat because he wanted to watch everyone else go off first to figure out how to do it.
Right.
But instead, he was the guinea pig and was still very much trying to be cool getting off that boat.
I was also fully prepared as the second person off the boat to where I told him when we were on the boat, I said, if you eat it, I'm going to eat it worse.
Yeah.
Because I can't have you looking the dumbest. I guess it's fair to say me and Mance have worked through our issues. And we'll talk more about that in a minute because I was surprised by one of the events here. The ceremony itself, God bless Steph DeLander for a brief, wonderful ceremony. Also, the lineup of our groomsmen and the bridesmaids was, I love that you're not like involved in wrestling because like from a distance it's the funniest grouping of people in all of wrestling put together. You have Chelsea joining the groomsmen, you have Cardona joining the bridesmaids, you have some of the top wrestlers in the world on both sides, and we are just goofing and troofing. At one point, they kept telling Steph to like, we all have to put the drinks down. And she goes, just edit it. I don't care. I'm not putting my drinks down anymore. And the whole ceremony, you know, you've got Justice and Manders over there, sunglasses on with a Coors Light in their hand during the ceremony. It's incredible. But also, like, I never thought I would have to walk down the aisle at a wedding as a part of a wedding party with Dolph Ziggler watching me. Dolph Ziggler is one of the first guys where I went to a WWE show to work, like as backstage help to set up rings and stuff. And I saw him and was just like, holy crap. That's a superstar. And now I'm like walking down the aisle in a yellow short suit, seeing him waiting in the wedding. And you're just like, what has happened in my, like, I've always been a poke the bubble guy, but this was a really fun bubble to poke.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on with it. The one accidental bubble that I poked was there's a moment where you turn to me and you go, you just asked the women's world champion to go get you a Pepsi?
Yeah, I think it's the Women's United States champion.
Yeah, I don't know what all the things are, but you turned to me, you're like, you just told her to go get you a Pepsi.
I love it. I think you should go get a Pepsi. We're all people here.
Yeah, it was just my vague knowledge of who some of these people are, and really, I mean, my white whale was Matt Cardona.
Okay, so
I got everything that I wanted from.
Let's talk about Matt Cardona.
My lips are sealed.
Yeah, we have been sworn to secrecy on some things, and we will never reveal it because I do believe he would kill us. I think if we told...
No. It sounded a little serious.
It's very serious. But okay, I'm almost going too far now. What he is that all the time, and I think that's what's so impressive about Matt Cardona is anyone who thinks he is putting on a show or pretending to be something. So there's this moment after the ceremony, right, where we're lined up to do our entrance before the first dance of the couple. And the wedding planner comes up to me, to Indy Hartwell, and to Matt Cardona and says, you're going to lead off. You're giving the best man speech, which this had never been discussed. And then Indy Hartwell, you're going to give the best woman speech. And then Cardona, you have to give a speech as well. And he goes, what? And she was like, just like, yeah, like a minute, like about the couple. And he goes, I didn't know about this. And Steph goes, oh yeah, I didn't tell you. I figured you'd be ready. And he goes, and this is the guy who I've seen cut promos every night of his life. And he is freaking out. He's freaking out that he can't do this right. And I just like sort of heard it and was like, oh, okay, I got to just like put this together. But watching him just like fully think he was going to ruin this moment, was shaking, was trying to write notes down on his phone. It's just like, it's kind of relieving as a talent to know that like you can be a 10-year WWE veteran who's been on the indies putting over people for the past 5 years and also be nervous to give a best man speech.
He got a good laugh from a joke that he did and immediately shit on himself after, just like pure self-deprecation, like what the fuck is wrong with me? I can't believe I did that. That's so stupid. And it was a great, it was like it hit
was
with
good.
the audience.
Yeah, it was great.
It was very corny, but it was funny.
I got complimented by Mr. Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, on my best man speech, which was magic. Now, Peter, you've seen a lot of best man speeches.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Top 5, top 10.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
That
it was
good?
Excellent. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
was right to the point. It was funny, and it wasn't too revealing about anybody.
But it brought up personal interactions and where we may know. Here's the thing. I've seen enough of them, and I also know, like, it's important for the couple to have this kind of speech. It's also not anything to do with me. It has everything to do with them. And also, it's not the place to air your grievances. Where I've been to plenty of weddings where you're like, oh, this isn't... Okay,
Yeah.
he's pretty
You think
toasty.
this is coming off as funny, but like it's
Nobody's in on the
not.
joke.
No one's in on the joke.
Yeah.
Or confessions.
Yeah.
Confessions are you do not don't bring up that one thing.
Yeah, I think it's very good to be in the age that we are because it's very clear, like, we know going into a wedding, like, this isn't about us. And so when they're asking, like, hey, we need the best man to do this, we need you to do this, we need you to go over here, we need you to wait, all of that is in benefit to the person whose event it is. And, like, I have no reason to upset that order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything they told me about the wedding I thought was going to be a rib. The outfit, thought it was fake. The boat entrance, thought it was fake. There's a guy there rolling cigars and joints, thought it was fake. It was all real.
Yeah.
It was all very real. Now, after the wedding, and the food was great, you know, I was a little hungry at the end. We all got Mance Warner and Steph DeLander mini bendy figs, which was very, very cool as a wedding gift, which I thought we're supposed to give them wedding. It's fine. I just shipped Mance's coconut oil back to him that he forgot that I brought home with us.
For his hair.
For his hair, which you should. When he started growing his hair out for the first time, he was bald for the first 4 or 5 years I knew him.
Crazy.
And Manders was furious.
I'm sure.
He goes, "Are you kidding me?
I'm sure.
This whole time you could just grow a whole head. Screw you, man. You can't be bald." It was awesome. So after the whole thing goes down, we make our way over to the after party, which is at a place that I thought served milkshakes. It's not. It's just a bar. And they were having a karaoke contest. And Allie decides, once hearing that you can win some prizes, that she's going to go win the karaoke contest. Now, there is another clip that I cannot ever release to the public on my phone of Matt Cardona being so hype about Allie being so good at karaoke and killing it, like just filming with his phone, just pumped, just like, and not even like Chelsea, don't worry, and I'm sure you're not, but like it wasn't like that kind of infatuation, but just like, oh my God, you're a star. Like, oh, you're such a star. And I was talking to, and I'm just going to name drop here because it's hard not to. I was talking to Joe Hendry about it, who like has had the year of years as far as like being a star and has also like done. He got over doing these parody songs for the matches that were like his version of promos. And then he sings his own theme song. It's gotten really over. It charted in the UK. Really crazy. And he goes, yeah, I was going to join the karaoke contest, but then I seen her and I said, absolutely not. She's a freaking star. And I said, yeah, imagine having a hot tag after that. Come on. What am I doing? I got to practice. My voice is never like, I love karaoke, but there's never a time where I'm done with a full day of whatever it is, this being a wedding or being a show or being whatever, where I'm like, oh yeah, my voice is in a great condition to sing songs right now. And maybe that's on me, but also like sometimes you just let that girl go do her thing. Now, did she win? No, she came in second to a local who had plants. Okay. Now, granted, we had plants too, but Manders was a little preoccupied. And I think he would have been the sound making difference if he was paying attention. But I was there just going, Manders, Manders, Manders. He didn't hear me. He was still talking. She came in second. She did great. She still got a bar tab. And we split that prime drink that she won because it was the only thing in the bag that wasn't tequila. After that, though, we did have to get ourselves on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So we left Orlando at 1 a.m. to get back. Got back here at what, like 8:30 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
You were nervous driving?
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've driven that a lot. and there's always the
But
period
I'm
where-
always nervous driving.
Yeah?
I was nervous driving with Sean yesterday to go get water. So
Yeah. Well, you made it.
yeah.
Every time you make it, you got to mark that down too
Mm-hmm.
from your experiences. You can't only think it's going to be bad. If you die in a car wreck, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Something else will get you if it's not the car.
Yeah.
I've seen
I'm
Final
not
Destination
worried about
Bloodlines.
death.
What are you worried about?
The
Crippling
other things.
paralysis,
Yeah.
losing your lower half.
Mhm.
You remember that scene in Signs? And then they parodied it in Scary Movie
Which scene?
where she's stuck to the tree
Oh,
because she
I don't
gets hit by
remember
the
that.
car.
In Signs?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
how
that
his
movie
wife
in
dies.
forever. Oh.
And he has to go to her, and that's how he loses his faith. And that's why
Yeah.
the angel demons come to visit
Yeah.
him. And then Joaquin Phoenix can cover him in the water and melt him.
Yeah.
But the little
Is
girl knows
Joaquin
what's up.
Phoenix's son?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I think, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen it forever.
It's very good.
There's a new one
when
coming
you
out,
realize
new
it's
M.
not
Night.
about aliens, that's when that film gets really good.
It's not about alien? Well, what are the aliens doing then?
It's his it's faith. It's his proof of faith after he's lost it, that things are still out there that are real, and he has to have the power of faith.
Damn, he should
the
have shown
holy water.
Mel Gibson should have shown his dad this movie.
Yeah, I know. But the end where the holy water takes them all out. With the
Check
cups
out
of
the
water.
Patreon minisode if you want to understand that.
Yeah,
joke.
we do.
Or
We did
know
talk about Mel
things
Gibson's
about Mel
lineage.
Gibson's dad.
We don't approve of him or his dad as it stands. Yeah, we got to watch Signs again. Signs is a
We
literal.
gotta watch Passion of the Christ again. We gotta get ready for these
Can I say something?
sequels.
Can I say something? I
Yeah.
know how it goes.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
That movie is
I remember walking out of the theater.
that movie
and
is
being like, that
hostile
was
for
bad.
Christians. It's just torture porn for the sake of
I
it.
know it's fucking hostile for evangelicals.
That's what I just said. I says hostile for Christians. Come on, Peter. We're
Okay, so
thinking the
maybe
same
I
thing.
wasn't listening for the last 10 seconds. Of,
We need to watch Signs because it's not about aliens at all. How about that?
yeah.
Now, we did come home, had a little bit of time,
Mhm.
had a little hangout time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to get back on the road. And Bussy is back. A little bit. Bussy's
I
a
wore
little
my
bit.
Bussy
back.
shirt this weekend. To
What?
The store.
You
Oh,
did?
Yeah.
Did they love it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
We brought the Bussy experience to Minneapolis again. Now, this is the second time me and Allie have been on a show together where she hasn't told me before she's announced that she's also on the show. Like, I'll get announced first, and then the first time she was a surprise. Second time I get announced first, she already knows she has it. She won't tell me. Everybody thinks I'm just going to tell their secrets. And I just want to prove right now that's not true because we didn't tell the secrets from earlier.
No.
It's false. It's a lie. It's a mischief lie.
It's a fiction.
It's a fiction. That's what he
It
said.
never happened.
It never happened. It's fake. Not real. Not at all.
God, I could do that shit all
I
fucking
love
day
it.
long.
I flew Southwest, which I haven't done in a while, and they have gotten rid of 2 free bags. And they are moving to assigned seating very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But in the current moment, I just want to tell people at Southwest, y'all are so dumb because as soon as I got to the gate where I had to take my carry-on because I'm not paying to check a bag and I know how this goes, and it went exactly how I thought it would go. Southwest, I get to the gate and they say, we need 20 people to check their bags. So you still need them. And it happened on every single flight I had with Southwest. Why don't y'all just let me check the bag so I don't have to haul this thing through security? Because at this point, there's 2 types of security officers at the Atlanta airport. There is, we've seen this bag, go on ahead. Like if it gets pulled, if they even pull it, it's like, go. Oh yeah, I've been here. I've seen this. Or, ooh, let me take a look. And it's not, oh, I'm protecting the nation. And granted, I know you guys aren't being paid right now, okay? But also, you got to dream bigger than having that as a job. Okay. I'm sorry. 9/11 is actually been reversed. It's over. I'm not going to get into the details. It's done. Go home. I think it would be better if you worked at Zaxby's. I think that's a productive job for society. And you're still there. I know you're going to get back pay. You don't have to do it anymore. Y'all can just leave. Just go away. There's only 400,000 TSA officers. It's only a defining lifeline of what's left of jobs in America. Let's get rid of it. Let's get to the general strike. Let's push it forward. But they just like to dig. If I wasn't being paid, back pay or not, I don't give a fuck what you're bringing in the airport. I don't give a shit. Shoe bomb me. I don't fucking care. But they've got to look at the thing. Oh, it's a real belt. Oh, and then people gather around. I used to film it every time I would get my bag checked. but it was too much.
The great thing is whether they do their job or not, the result stays the same.
Yeah.
It
Nothing's
makes
happening.
no difference.
The thing when I used to get real mad at TSA, I would always like, this is dangerous. Don't do this. But I would ask them, I'd say, when was the last terrorist you caught? Because they've never caught anyone.
No.
The only person they caught was someone who had the materials to build something at a later date. And they were like, no, this isn't for the plane. I need this for later.
That's running errands.
Yeah, that's not even, it's so silly. And then like, it's just gotten very lax, and I think we're at the tail end of it. And, you know, Dick Cheney's out, Rudy Giuliani's next, and then Trump's out.
I never thought he was going to go. That is the real sign that things are actually changing, is fucking Darth Vader and his fucking robo-heart.
Well, since 2013, I think, he hasn't had a human heart. So the fact that he's dying now, he's been running on AI since 13. Doing God knows what. Well, we know what. Shooting people with shotguns and giggling. That's what he's been doing. Rest in piss, Dick Cheney. You killed so many people. You caused false wars. Rudy Giuliani, I think your time is coming really, really quickly. We're going to be so excited. We're going to dance. Well, I don't even care enough to dance on your grave. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we're going to piss on their grave. I'm not going out of my way to visit your grave, you dead piece of shit. And then we got the big one. We got Ballroom Donnie. They're going to put him in the pit. They're just going to halt construction and throw him in the pit.
Yeah, I have to save it, but there's so much fun astrology happening for all of these people right now.
Yeah, if you want to get involved with the astrology episodes, which are now with special guest Effy joining Petár to learn all of these things along the way, figure out what's going on. I think out of sheer frustration, I've had to join just so I understand what the fuck is happening. Weekend@effys.com. You can get it on the Patreon. We are going to add a little stinger that I need Peter's help with, because I have mushroom cloud brain, where it's just like you can kind of see through it, but it's like, I don't know. So we got to make a list, and you're good at making lists. And then we're going to do a sick read that's going to tell you everything with the Patreon. But yeah, it's a guiding lifeline for me personally, and I'm creating the Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very utility thing for me. I think I would like it if I didn't, if I wasn't Effy from Weekend at Effy's with Petár, Weekend at Petár's. Okay, so Southwest, they're bumping it. They're not doing great, whatever. But I did have empty seats next to me on both flights, because the lady who the first time in Atlanta, she was like, oh, I have to check your bag. She said, oh, you're coming back tomorrow? And I was like, yes. And she goes, well, I already checked you in, so now you're in the top like A group to getting your seat. So I had great seat options both times. I will go to the back. I've been in a very good mood lately. You can tell I'm in a bad mood if I get on a Southwest flight and sit in the first middle seat available. And I do that just to cause people problems, because I know you paid extra to sit right up front, and I'm going to sit right in between you, and I might be a little stinky, and that's on you to have to deal with, because I can sit here if I want to sit here. But I haven't been in that mood. So I sat towards the back, had open seats, got to Minneapolis. Really fun to do shows with First, because like I said, the venues are always so different, and they've run this Uptown Ballantine VFW hall a few times, but like, to think of the scale of shows that I've run with First at breweries with thousands of people, at First Avenue with a lot of people, at the Mall of America with thousands of people, 5,000 people. 3 times I've done it with them. They've done it 4 times. It's incredible. But then to do a VFW hall with like 300 people in there is so awesome. It was also dressed as a wrestler night, so everybody showed up in
that's fun.
Cool costumes.
That's really fun.
It's very fun, and this is how you know you're doing good work with someone, right? Like, if you were at your job and they gave you good shifts, you'd be like, oh, I must be like in their good graces, right? If you're on a wrestling show and they put you right before intermission, first half main, where I have plenty of time to get ready, and then when I'm done, I can just sell merch the rest of the night. God bless you, Eric Cannon. You're magic and you're beautiful. Now, Bussy has not wrestled together as a team in well over a year, if not more than that. It may be a year and 2 months since we've actually had a match as Bussy, and it felt wonderful to be back. Allie did rip her lip open on the Hot Topic pants of None More Violence, Jen Hallows. So shout out Jen Hallows and Cho, None More Violent. Gave us a hell of a fight, but I got to tell you, you know how this ends, Peter. Bussy's up. Bussy wins. Bussy's legendary. And it was, I'm sure a little bittersweet for her to be leaving the ring covered in blood, but she cut a very sick promo about how she's back and she's ready. And she's actually back at First Wrestling this weekend again for the Twin Cities Comic-Con, which is going to be a crazy show at a Comic-Con. Like I said, First Wrestling running at the coolest venues. And I think Eric Cannon has some big things on the horizon. I'm very excited for him. I don't have to even, once again, going back to it, I don't have to be a part of the things for them to excite me as a person involved in wrestling when things grow and things get bigger and there's collaboration, because in the end, all of those great collaborations end up benefiting all of wrestling, which I'm a part of. So I hope Eric Cannon pulls off what he's going for. Incredible stuff. Thank you to all the fans who were buying Bussy merch. It was very cool. I didn't have my merch, so I was glad she was prepared to do that and could help out. And I had a wonderful night, chilled, got on the flight the next day. The Minneapolis airport, fantastic. It's very clean, very nice, very good snacks. Now, I did my lighter trick again, okay? I don't think they sell lighters at the airport, right? And there's a little store where they're like, oh, we have like little stuff before you go through security. And sometimes, like in Las Vegas, they will have a lighter there, but not usually. Not usually are they going to have a lighter. And I went in and I said, hey, man, do you have a lighter? And he goes, yeah, actually I do. Hold on. And he had to dig under the desk, like behind a cabinet, and found one lighter and sold it to me. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing my trick again. And this is a sign that things are turning right. Because for a while, I could just make lighters appear.
Yeah.
And so whatever lighter I showed up with from that, was it a sign lighter?
Maybe.
Hold up. Let me look. Do you know which one we had here?
I'm not 100% sure.
Which one did I bring back?
Oh, you brought back the bird.
What's the hummingbird represent?
Hummingbirds are Jupiter.
And what does that mean now?
It's Jupiter's in Cancer.
Which is
one.
Sorry, I have to make you get to the point with it, but I don't.
One Allie is a Cancer, and you have Jupiter and Cancer in your second house, so it's like money stuff. Yeah.
Well, good.
But it's also, we're about to have a retrograde there, so. If anything, that is a reminder that just because it doesn't feel like the universe can be open and abundant, it remains that way always. That's probably what you're getting.
Wow.
Because he had to dig to the bottom of the thing, and we are about to start needing to dig to the bottom of our optimism to make it through this winter that we're getting up to.
Well, I'll tell you what else I was digging.
It's going to be a little shaky.
You know what I was digging? The soil out there.
Yeah.
Our soil is beautiful right now.
Yeah, there's blessings everywhere. It's just we are going to have to look for them very soon. And so the hummingbird is a reminder to look, because you have to keep it moving, fluttering around, find all the sweet flowers.
We've got some good stuff coming up in the future, but I do think, I prepare for winters to be winter.
Yeah.
And I'm very aware of that. And it's also like there's less shows running in the winter. There's more time to like sit amongst yourself in the winter. There's more time where you've got to get a little creative as a performer in the winter. And I think we're ready for all of that. And I'm not, off shot by it. Now, I will say this. We are going to do this in the next day and get the shots. But I'm going to make it official here that if you are a member of the Cran Daddy tier, the top tier on our Patreon, I used to sell the Christmas card. You have shot the Christmas card before. We are doing a different Christmas card. We're doing a Weekend at Effy's Christmas card, and we're going to shoot the pictures for it. The only way to get it, I'm not selling it. The only way to get it is to be on the Cranddaddy subscription. You want to set a date on that? December 1st?
Yeah.
December 1st. You can get the Christmas card if you're Cranddaddy December 1st, which means if you sign up now for the month, you'll be in there. You will get it. We're going to have to get your addresses, but we're going to get these Christmas cards. They will be as participatorily signed by the dogs as we can get. I remember doing that before, and it was a hell of a task, but it might be fun to try.
Yeah.
And you're going to get that Christmas card from us here.
So sign up before the 1st. The 1st will be...
1st of December.
1st of December.
We'll remind you more times here, but we'll have that Christmas card up too, but I'm not selling it. I'm not whatnotting it. We're putting a direct line on the only way this Christmas card is going out is if you're on the Cranddaddy, the $12 tier on there. And listen, when I used to sell the Christmas cards, and I sold when I was selling Christmas cards, a lot of Christmas cards, they were priced above that anyway to ship to you. So like you're not paying shipping, you're not paying anything else. You're getting the Patreon, weekend@effys.com. You're getting all of that. You can upgrade, you can be a new subscriber, you can do all the things you want to do. You can sign up for a year, which you should. Thank you to all our Patreon members whose year just hit this month. It was fantastic to see. But as long as you're in that Cranddaddy, you're going to get our Christmas card to you in the mail. I promise it will be great. I live with an artist. I mean, I am an artist, but I live with an artist. And Petár does not allow bad art to leave this household. I promise that. Sold your first print.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to set you up a web store.
Yeah. We're I want to thank you for the other night. That was really special to get to show you all the projector. Everything.
That was very special. And I feel like it also set in motion the next set of where this goes, because that was the most fun I've had participating in art in a while. And I don't want to give anything away. It's a very simple concept, but it's also like something that for years you've been working towards, and having it kind of almost all the way click out there where you're like, oh, I'm in this.
It is very nice to prove to my friend that I'm not a crazy person, and then all of this is actually going somewhere.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not that I think you're a crazy person. It's that I think I am less sophisticated than I'd like to be. And so my participation sometimes, I feel like I don't have the, like, I'm not as artistic enough to understand what you're doing.
Yeah, but that's so pretentious. What I want is boots on the ground interaction like the other night, where it's like, it doesn't matter how highfalutin you are. Ooh, this is making me feel something.
No, play with it.
Yeah, play with it. Get in there.
Yeah, the art itself is not meant to be stagnant or meant to be just one thing. And we figured out at this bonfire how to create a real magic with it that I was fully engulfed in, and I think has to be something that it's going to take a little bit of brain work to figure out how to bring that to the public.
Yeah.
But I think if you can, once the concept's in place, there's just like endless fun you can have with this. And we're being very coy about it, but I think that's fair.
Yeah. But this is also a project that I have 15 years of work on. And
Jeez Louise.
It might not be until another 15 that it, fully comes around. And so it's, it's my child, it's my baby. It's been growing.
Peter, we don't have 15 years.
I know we don't have 15 years.
So we need to get the fucking pedal to the metal. I was talking to the penguins. You know what they were saying? Drowning because of the ice caps. The aliens can refreeze the ice caps. So I don't know if you know that.
I hope they can.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bussy's back. Dark Woke is back. Woke is back. Mamdani is the mayor of New York City. Prop 50 passed. Dick Cheney's dead. So let me just say this.
And the aliens are here.
The aliens are octopus. For anybody out there who's thinking to themselves, it's pretty dark out there, it is. But I'll tell you what, we're starting to look like lightning bugs. You remember that song by Owl City?
Yes.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million protesters pulled Trump from the White House again. Maybe Owl City was telling us something. Maybe those 10 million fireflies are us lighting up the darkness. And maybe we have to do it on our own. Yeah? I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.